Shangri-La, known as the Heaven in Heart, locates in the north of Yunnan. However, the majority of the locals here speak Tibetan, which makes the place different from any other parts of the province. Conway alone submitted to a rich and growing enchantment. It was not so much any individual thing that attracted him as the gradual revelation of elegance, of modest and impeccable taste, of harmony so fragrant that it seemed to gratify the eye without arresting it. Lost Horizon. Just as Walt James Hilton said in his book in 1933, Shangri-La is a primitive paradise that truly intrigues both the East and the West for decades. Our trip will go all the way up and bring us infinitely close to the fantasy land. As the third longest river of the world, the Yangtze River influences China's landscape greatly. It originates from the Tibetan Plateau, crossing the whole country, and scours out the eastern delta where Shanghai stands. The river's grandest turning point is on our way to Shangri-La. Therefore, it is definitely worth going. On the side of the Yangtze River, you can see there is a huge stone drum beside me. It is said that this drum actually has the function to foresee the fortune of the country. If the country experienced turbulence, the stone just cracked open, like what it did at the end of the Ming Dynasty. But now, it is complete again, so it reveals that the country thrives. We soon leave the stone drum town. As the car is heading north, we see the Lijiang Shangri-La Railway, which is still under construction. The great progress has been continued for 6 years, and plans to be finished in this October. It has been regarded as the most difficult process ever, for the arduous landscapes that must be overcome. The distance across will be 161 kilometers. After it is completed, the ride from Lijiang to Shangri-La will be contracted to an hour. Our next step is the Tidal Leaping Gorge, which is one of the deepest canyons in China. Here's where the Yangtze River gets narrow and has a leap of over 216 meters in height. Though winter is the dry season for the gorge, you can still hear the roaring of the water. We bump into the biggest snowfall in years according to our driver. However, nothing can stop us from chasing the land of the lost horizon. The weather turns out to be good the next morning, which offers a wonderful opportunity to pay a visit to the Songjialing Temple. As the largest temple of Lamaism in Yunnan, all of which is donated by the followers. It is highly decorated, where numerous monks live. You can see that it is snowing pretty hard here in Shangri-La, but the snow in front of the temple has been shoveled away. According to our guide, it is an honor to have a monk in a Tibetan family. The monks are also unnecessary to worry about the food, since their family were fed for them. As it is approaching the new year, you can see that there are people everywhere carrying their bags and bring necessities for the monk family members. Raven, different from the Western culture, is considered as a sacred bird here, so you can hear them all the time. There are always prayer wheels behind the temple. In Lamaism, they should be spun with the 6-word spell On Ma Ni Be Me Hon as a sincere way of blessing. Our final visit in Shangri-La is the Potasso National Park that occupies the dimension of 1,313 square kilometers. Due to the snow, only few parts of the park are available. The snow is way up to my knees, so having a snowball fight there is rather unwise. There are dozens of yaks along the way, and I guess they are the only ones that are not afraid of the cold. Now I'm beside the lake of Shudu. The lake is obviously frozen, and look at the view. It's almost impossible to believe that it is actually metal in summertime. The snow is literally flat in my face. The whole path is 3.3 kilometers long, and we're trying if we can reach the end. Walking on the wooden path, it gives me a sense that I'm somewhere in Russia instead of the southwest of China. The surface of the lake is completely concealed, so the only way to measure the depth is to observe the instruction signs behind.